In the brew shed. Checking supplies. 1 pack of them, 2 packs of these. And the other bits are not in here. Wow. Oh. Well, we're out in the brew shed. What's happening here? That's better. Don't you just love auto zoom? Yes, still bloody hot and sweaty and all that clammy crap here in the UK, even though we're having at the minute some rain, if you can hear it, which is quite welcome actually. That's one of the reasons I came out in the brew shed, was to cool down. But yes, the old brew shed. Look, just removed a few squatters. Cheeky bastards think they can use my brew shed to make a webbing. Not on. This is for making beer in. Anyway, it's Homebrew Wednesday 80. Half of 80 is 40 and add an alternate's 400. Which is how many subscribers I gained this week. Well, actually I think it's 401, but we'll say 400 because they come up and they go down, you know. Anyway, well, not really a lot to tell you this week. Been busy at work. One-man band at the minute because the other guy's on holiday. Still quite warm here, so I haven't got too much planned on the brewing front immediately. Although we have got Oktoberfest beers on their way this week from Germany, which sort of prompted me to think maybe a little bit about an Oktoberfest. I don't know. So I might have a little dabble, possibly in an Oktoberfest. But the juice is one of the reasons I was looking in the cabinet. I need some tannin. I presume I need some tannin. Because obviously there is a lot of tannin in apple juice, tomato juice and pears and apricots and whatever the hell else I got. Anyway, I got all that frigging juice to make wines out of. I've got to check on the wine bottle situation. No point in making it if I haven't got anything to put it in. But there'll be a few of them I can, at least 1 or 2 I think. I think it's about 5 or 6 bottles you get out of Demijohn, something like that. So, wine I think will be next on the agenda. Seems as quick and easy to brew. It'll be Demijohns, don't take a lot of room up. There's no pre-prep really, just sterilising the demis, whack the juice in, do a gravity reading, and we can make use of some of them Demijohns that I picked up a while back. Talking of things I pick up, no, we're not talking about diseases. Have a look at this little score from work. Yeah, I picked up a few cases of surplus to requirement beer. Some old Christmas stock. Ooch. Bateman's Summer Swaller. And some Wentworth Snowman's Revenge. So, nice little score, 96 bottles of beer from work. For some reason they think I'm going to distill them. First I have to make that. Anyway, talking of wines, you have the Pinot Grigio. So I thought I'd better try a wee drop. There's a tad little cloud of sediment at the bottom of the bottles. Could have probably done with letting it settle out a little bit longer before I transferred it to the bottom. Time was against me as always. But you can see you don't disturb the sediment. It's come quite clear. Nice fruity bouquet. Almost a sharpness smell to it. My wife says it's dry. Quite a golden colour to it. Well, let's go in for a taste. not dry, not quite fruity. Obviously, it is made of fruit. There's a little sharpness there, a bit like you get with the white grapes that aren't quite ripe. It's been served at room temperature, it's not chilled. Little alcohol note, a little bit of, tiny little bit of legs on the glass, not much, came out about 11%. There is a little bit clinging there to the sides, you can just see it, holding on to the edge. It's a sort of dry bite to it, but it's not overly dry. I don't mind it. There's enough sweetness there too. It fermented right out. Not overly dry, I don't like them too dry anyway. But that, got a nice glow. It's crystal clear in the glass, there's one tiny little fleck. If that's from just the yeast settling out, or something that's just dropped in the glass. And that is Parker. Going down a treat, but something goes down a lot better than that. Right, brought you in a little bit closer to the glass. These beers, 3B beers. Let's have a look. Now I know they've been sat there quite some time. I won't go into the details, reasons why, but it expired 30th of September 2012. Sat in a warehouse on a pallet, stacked on top of other beers. So, complete with authentic 2-year-old dust. We'll crack it open. I'll carefully nudge around. I've got carb. You haven't got a gusher. Not a huge bit of malty smell. Summer swallow. Mostly malts. These aren't bottle conditioned, so there'll be no yeast in them. Still carbed, still lively. Give it half pour so we can see what's in the glass. Oh, we've got nothing growing in the beer. That is still crystal clear. Dark amber. It's quite no haze to it. Sometimes they get haze, a little hazy with age. But, just malts, dark malts. A little bit of grain smell, but very malty. No hop, notable hop smell there. A little bit of honey smell maybe. Be just the sweetness coming off the malts. They're not high ABV beers, unfortunately. They're 4.2, and I think the other ones are 4.1. I haven't read what's on the bottle. So let's dive in. I haven't cooled them down. Sweetness, very little bit of bitterness to it. That moved me out a bit. No off flavours. I've had worse. Not the best beer in the world, but it's like could be me. Definitely some carb there. Just broke away, but yeah. Probably not one of their best beers, but then, to be fair, it's 2 years out of date. Slight alcohol twang to it, even though it's only 4%. That could be because obviously the bitterness of the hops is, and flavour of any hops has faded away. We've just got a malty taste with a bit of a bitter tang. I did think there was a little metallic taste, but that might just be me. You can see the cap still holding. Yeah, I mean, there's no hoppiness to it. I don't know how hoppy it was supposed to be, but chilled down, 12 degrees. Cellar temp, 10, 12 degrees. Perfectly drinkable. Talking of things that are out of date, when I was having a clear up at work, someone at one stage was going to have a little go at homebrew. There's a 25 kilo sack of, I think it's halcyon malt, which I think is crushed. It's been sat there, well, I've been there nearly 3 years, and it sat there before that. There's also a brand new brew packs mash tun, a brand new wort chiller, and one of the brew packs boilers, little boil kettles, all sitting in boxes doing nothing. Obviously they're not generous enough to throw those out my way, unfortunately, but I have got here a 1098 British ale yeast by Y Yeast, propagator per yeast for propagation before brewing, 25 billion yeast cells. It's the smack pack ones. Smack them, activate them, let them swell, incubate them in your Erlenmeyer flask or your Mason's jar, whatever you got. This one's a little bit more puffy, it's packed like that, unless it has gone and it's just maintaining those, still feels on its solid at one. But we have here a 1056 American ale yeast. Now, why am I showing you these? Well, I did say, talking of out of date, the beer is 2 years out of date. This went out of date best before the 11th of the 11th. And the American ale yeast was out of date on the 9th of the 11th. So, you know what I'm going to say. Once I get my stir plate done, everyone I started that stir plate, but I haven't finished. Still in the box, not quite complete. Even though I got Uncle Jonah to spare off and make his and swap bits with another brew tuber and make his, and other people have watched their videos and made theirs, I've still got mine sitting in a box, and not the box that should be made in, because I haven't got round to doing it. But yes, when I get round, I'm going to have a go and see, just for shits and giggles, as they say, whether these are still viable, whether they will grow, or whether every little cell that's in here has already died, which is probably what has happened. But I didn't pay for them, I've got nothing to lose bar time. So, another crazy experiment at some stage will be 2011 best before year. I think they're only supposed to be good for 3 months. Well, that's it. Out of date beer, out of date yeast. What else could go wrong? Got to get some ink for the SJ pour beers to do the labels. If not, they'll all be handwritten. And I believe today is the first day of start delivering, so I better get me well, I better hope my ink turns up so I can make something to put on the bottles. And I've got to test one of the bottles to make sure they're okay. Anyway, see you next week.